heart. Today I want to talk with you about losing emotional weight. I am a registered nurse health coach and I help my clients to achieve sustainable weight loss in a healthy way. We eat an abundance of healthy real food from every food group that is free from sugar and flour, which allows us to lose weight without being super hungry or having to exercise a ton. It's really an incredible lifestyle, and it's very sustainable. No fads, no gimmicks here, just healthy, real food. My clients achieve the most dramatic and extraordinary results with their physical weight loss, but we also focus on mental, emotional, and spiritual wellness. Weight loss is more than just a physical transformation, or it should be for it to be sustainable. We can't just transform physically, we also need to transform mentally, emotionally, and spiritually to be able to achieve those long-term results. So this topic really hits home to me because I'm a registered nurse and I'm a mom, and for those of you who are caregivers, you know the emotional toll that can have on your life. It's not always easy to be a caregiver because sometimes we put our needs on the back burner. And I know from experience, right? A couple of years ago, I found myself at 284 pounds. Over 10 years, I had gained 120 pounds because I didn't cope with the stresses and emotions of life in a healthy way. I used food like a drug to help me to feel better and instead of facing my problems head on. I know that many of you can relate, but there is hope. In the last 2 years, I lost 125 pounds and in one of those years, and then I've kept it off for over a year. So my physical transformation was very dramatic. Many people who were my close friends and my family who I had not seen in a while didn't even recognize me. But just as dramatic was the mental, the emotional, and the spiritual transformations that I experienced, which were also just as important to me. Today, our topic is on losing emotional weight. It's common that the physical weight that we gain is an expression of all of the emotional weight that we're carrying around. Now, listen, I want to bust the myth right from the beginning that you do not need to fix all of your emotional problems to heal your relationship with food. A lot of times this kind of thinking, it really can hold us back because we think that in order for us to stick to our meal plan, we need to feel good and we need to feel well emotionally. But the truth is that you don't. It's great if we do, if we feel emotionally well, but it's not necessary. So we can stick to our plan even when life is messy, even when it's hard, even when we are experiencing emotional turmoil in our lives. I love and recommend the book Brain Over Binge by Katherine Hansen. So in her book, she talks about this. She talks about the fact that you don't have to fix all of your emotional problems before you can lose your physical weight and heal your relationship with food. I was taught by Katherine Hansen in that book, in the book Brain Over a Binge, that we just need to recognize that strong urges and cravings, they come from physiologically from the lower part of our brain, and we can use the higher part of our brain to act in accordance with the highest part of ourselves. So this is science. It's not just a nice way to think about it. We have a primal part of our brain that it's this lower part of our brain, and it's in charge of survival and instincts. And we have a higher part of our brain that controls our cognitive function and our movement. So the good news is that the higher part of our brain is stronger than the lower part of our brain. And no matter how strong an urge or a craving is, we do not have to act on it. We have control, and the more that we choose not to react on those urges and cravings, the stronger we become and the less those cravings and urges arise. So we can get to the point where we have no more cravings or urges. We can experience peace and freedom from cravings and intrusive food thoughts, and we can heal our brains. When we have a strong urge or a craving, our only job in that moment is to not give into it. It's like a 2-year-old who's throwing a temper tantrum. We need to be bringing our clear and consistent message to our brain, and eventually those urges and cravings will go away. So I'm telling you this because you don't have to lose all of your emotional weight in order to stay on your plan. You can achieve extraordinary results with weight loss without feeling motivated or mentally or emotionally well. But we are more than just our bodies. We don't want to achieve success with our health goals and then feel inner turmoil and distress all of the time. We as humans are not just bodies. We have minds and spirits and hearts, and that needs to be cared for as well. So it's easy to focus on the physical weight and wellness because we can see it, but we can't neglect our emotional, our mental, and our spiritual health. This is what holistic wellness means. It's focusing on all of you, not just your body. So eventually, we do want to address these other areas of ourselves as well. And in order to maintain that physical weight loss, I also think that it's important for us to focus on healing our mental, emotional, and spiritual wounds. It's statistically really common for people to regain their weight after they achieve significant weight loss. And I think that this is because they lose the physical weight without addressing these other areas. And as I said, physical weight can be an expression of a deeper issue, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually. So today, I just want to talk to you about my experience losing emotional weight. My job at the hospital, working in the ICU, can be really intense at times, and I've experienced a lot of trauma. I've had patients die in my arms. I have spent hours resuscitating babies to no avail, and in my role as a mother, I've experienced a lot of emotional stress from learning not to only care for myself, but to care for every need and meet the demands of my 3 beautiful daughters who rely on me to stay alive. No pressure, right? Whatever the demands of your life are, you know that life can be demanding at times, and it's not always easy. But stress is good. It helps us to grow. It helps us to progress and to be challenged. These experiences that I've had in the hospital and as a mother have enriched my life so much. So we don't want to take away that stress and the emotions of life. That's what gives our lives meaning. But it is important for us to learn healthier ways to cope with them. So how do we lose emotional weight? Well, remember that food is the best medicine. Improving our physical health by eliminating highly processed foods has been shown to dramatically improve one's mood. Sugar is a depressant, and if you are struggling emotionally, eliminating sugar can really help. So start with your diet and then go from there. We want to take that emotional stress and process it in a healthy way. What is not healthy is to not process your feelings, to hold them in and just ignore them. It makes it worse. So processing your emotions means allowing yourself to actually feel them. Feeling the full breadth of your emotions actually helps them to go away faster. And if you're angry, allow yourself to feel angry. Go and punch a pillow, go in your car and scream, go on a walk or a run and just let it out. Allow yourself to cry when you're sad. Like, have a really good cry. Feeling sadness and loneliness is part of life, and so allow yourself to feel it. Journaling is a really powerful way to release emotion. Take all of that mess inside of you and put it onto the paper. Don't isolate yourself. If you are struggling, be vulnerable and share your struggle with someone. It needs to be someone who is empathetic and non-judgmental and kind. So call your mom or your sister or friend. Talk about it in the Healthy Real Food community. Brene Brown talks about the power of vulnerability. So allowing yourself to share that burden and not have to carry it yourself can really dissipate that pain. One tool that's been really helpful for me has been to go to therapy and to talk with a licensed professional who's trained in supporting mental and emotional health. I highly recommend that if you're struggling emotionally, that you go and you talk to your doctor and a mental health professional. At times, there may be a physical or a chemical issue, and medication can be necessary to balance hormones and to help you to relieve your suffering. Talk to your doctor and a mental health professional and support yourself in that way. I have found therapy to be so helpful in learning different strategies that are healthy, that don't involve food or eating, to feel better. Meditation and deep breathing are also really highly supportive and can help you to release that emotional weight that you're carrying around. There is so much science about the benefits of meditation. Create space in your day in between events so that you can breathe a little bit and so that you're not always rushing from one thing to the next. Be sure to reach out to your higher power for strength above your own. Fill your mind with empowering books and podcasts. Stop watching the news. They show you stories and headlines to create emotional turmoil so that they can get more clicks. But be careful about the shows and the movies and the media that you watch. Our goal in my coaching program is not just to help you to lose physical weight, but also to help you to live a more peaceful, happier, and balanced life. If you are struggling emotionally and using food to cope, remember the only problem that food solves is physical hunger. It will not meet your emotional needs. Find ways to care for yourself in ways that don't involve food. If you need help, I'm here for you. I do one-to-one and group coaching to help to support you, not only just with your weight loss goals, but also to help you transform mentally, emotionally, and spiritually so that your weight loss can become permanent. There really is hope. I know that you can do it. I'm so excited also to announce that come the new year, I'm going to be starting some group coaching. So if you're interested in this, please send me a direct message and I'll get you on the waiting list. It is going to be an affordable way for you to get the help and the support that you need to achieve success with your goals once and for all. I just cannot wait to tell you more about it. Watch for more information on that in the weeks to come, but just know that there is hope. I hope that you have a great day, and I am cheering you on. Talk to you later. Bye.